How you doing, guys?
Good. Coach?
Sean Lee had a Veteran Day yesterday. What was his absence for today?
Sean Lee tweaked his knee a little bit yesterday, so he missed for that reason, and we'll take his situation day by day. We don't think his situation is serious, but we just felt like it was better to give him a little time.
How did he tweak it, or on what kind of drill?
Just within the framework of practice. We don't think it's serious, and just think he needs a few days.
Serious means don't surgery, right? That's what
Correct.
When you've been away from pads this long, and now you've had two back-to-back, why do you like to schedule it that way? And is it setting a tone? Is it just getting used to things?
Pads back-to-back?
Just the practice today, how you structure these pads yesterday the first time and then coming back with this one early.
Yeah, we do it for a lot of different reasons. Obviously, once you get to the part of training camp when you can be in pads, we want to be in pads as much as we can. That's so limited throughout training camp and throughout the season, so you really have to take advantage of every padded practice that you have. We like the structure of the morning practice mixed in just to provide some variety. I do think you make a good point. An afternoon practice to a morning practice challenges players a different way. On the flip side of that, now they have the afternoon and tomorrow off before Thursday's practice. So you challenge them and then you give them a chance to recover. So there's a lot of different reasons. We do a lot of different things with our schedule.
What's behind the decision to bring in Alfred?
He's available to us. Obviously, Zeke is not here, and he's a really good veteran player who we know and really like. We wanted to keep him, last year, and he felt like there was a better opportunity in San Francisco, so we had the chance to bring him back. We thought it was a good thing for our team, and obviously in Zeke's absence, there are plenty of reps for a guy like that to get. So we'll ease him into practice here the next few days.
I know we've asked you this in previous camps, but how do you balance a day like today where you probably like seeing Jeff Heath and Xavier Woods get interceptions, but you probably don't like to see your quarterback throwing interceptions? Yeah,
you just want to create a competitive situation, and that's really what we try to strive to do with our team, build our team to a point where it's competitive, and there isn't an imbalance. So the way you get better is play against a unit that's going to challenge every snap, and that's part of the game. We have to do a better job taking the ball away on defense. So I thought that was a really good thing that happened for our team today, for those guys to make a couple of those plays. Obviously, we're always emphasizing securing the football on the offensive side of it, but those things happen, and it's a function of competing. It's a bad day when one team is just dominating the other. Then you start looking at each other and say, what the hell are we going to do? When it goes back and forth, that's really pretty healthy for your team.
Could you talk about your offensive line in that respect?
In what respect?
In terms of were they so few practices, you can tell how they progressed so early in practice?
Yeah, they're doing a good job. Obviously, great to have Travis back and healthy and in the middle of the lineup. LC Collins did a really good job working hard to come back from his injury last year. So to have those five guys in there, Tyron Smith, Connor, Travis, Zach, and LC, it's a good unit, and it's great to see them all healthy and working together. But one of the byproducts of the injuries we had last year is we had a lot of other guys play for us. So Joe Looney has got a lot of experience under his belt now as a starter. So I think that upgrades our second unit. Xavier Suafilo played a lot of football for us as well. So, all of that stuff is positive. We have some young guys that we want to see. So we really like that unit. Obviously, we're 2 practices in. We have a long way to go, but they work the right way. They're absolutely the right kind of guys.
Travis being out there in pads for the first time, just talk about his journey and what you saw from him today.
Yeah, again, it's well documented, what he went through last year and how he handled it, and was such an asset to our team. And, he worked so hard to come back, not only from the condition that he had, but he had a couple surgeries in the offseason as well. And, he's just one of those guys who loves ball, wants to work at it, so well respected by his teammates. And it's fun for all of us to see him out there, with his pads on, playing football. He's been such a good player for us throughout his career, and has such a positive impact on our team. So fun to see him out there competing.
If Zeke was here, would you have gone out and gotten him back, like a veteran like Alfred anyway?
Yeah, I don't really live in those hypotheticals, if this, then that, this is the situation we're in. Like I said before, we like Alfred Morris, and we didn't want him to leave the first time. So we had a chance to bring him back. We wanted to jump on that opportunity. He's in shape. He's ready to go. We do like our young backs. We like what they've done, but they're young players. They haven't played very much. So we like the competition that's going on in that room, and it's great to have Alfred back joining that.
Those young backs benefit from having Alfred in the room with them.
Well, I think they'll benefit a great deal. Alfred's a pro. He's been very successful as a runner in this league. And, he's one of those guys who's had the 1,000-yard years early on in his career when he was a featured back. But, there's a lot to learn from how he handled the situation here. And, wasn't playing very much. In some games wasn't even active. But when he got his chance, he came in, he was ready, and played very well for us. So he's a pro. He goes about it the right way. He's an outstanding person. And it's great to bring him back to our organization.
How does that fit into next man up? Bringing Alfred Morrison. How does that, in the big picture with you, how does next man up go to, we need to go get another guy?
Yeah, I think the thing that we try to emphasize to our players is the competition that you have is not only with the 89 other guys on the team, it's with the football world. There are trades, there's free agency, there are different things that we all do to try to build our football team, and you're always trying to do that. And next man up means next man up, and there's going to be a competition for that spot. Next man up doesn't mean you're entitled. Okay, I'm kind of sitting in this spot. This guy's out, so here I am. Okay, I'm the guy. That's not really how it works. You're going to have to compete for that spot and earn that spot. So, again, we like what the young guys are doing. They've had a good start to training camp. And any way we can build our team and create competition to eliminate any of that entitlement, that's good for your team. That's going to help everybody.
Y'all held Travis out of the one-on-one pass rushing drill. Any particular reason for that, one thing or the other, on what he's coming back from, just trying to protect him?
Yeah, not really. Again, a lot of stuff going on with him coming back to play football. So he's off to a great start. He's been involved in our practices here and just wanted to, we're going to ease him back into different situations. But he's ready to go and really chomping at the bit. But, we have to be deliberate as well as coaches.
Connor Williams was one of the players who won the off-season workout award. Can you just talk a little bit about he's progressed under Colombo's leadership and the attributes you look for in handing out that award?
Yeah, there was so much to like about him when we drafted him. I think I've shared this story with you before. He was fairly highly regarded in the draft, and when we had our Dallas day, it's an opportunity for a lot of the local high school players and local college players to come over. And it's a great day for all of us. These kids who grew up watching the Cowboys, they get a chance to work out for the team, and we found so many great players at Dallas Day through the years. So it's been a good thing for our organization. But typically when the guys are highly regarded, potential first or second round picks, if they come over, typically they come over to shake hands and you have a meeting with them and try to get to know them. And we found out a lot about Connor Williams when he came over to Dallas Day. He worked out. I'm working out, coach. And he was first in line, and he had a great workout with us. And, I think we knew that about him, but that reaffirmed what he was all about. And so we drafted him and felt good about where he was physically and then also where he was intangibly. And that's what we've seen from him. He comes to work. He does everything he can to be the best player that he can be. I thought last year he grew a lot. He started early on in the year and then, wasn't in the lineup. And Xavier Suafila did a really good job playing for us. And he battled back and competed and had a chance to play in the playoff game and did some good stuff. And he came back here in the offseason, outstanding offseason, built his body up. He's a bigger, stronger man than he was a year ago. And I think he's taking advantage of these opportunities.
You coached an entire season in the last year of your contract 5 years ago. How do you keep the blinders on amid talk about your job?
Yeah, guys.
How do you keep the blinders on? Is that how?
To be honest with you, I never really think about that. I never thought about that as a player. I don't think about that as a coach. I just come to work every day and try to do the best job that I can do in the position that I have. Very fortunate to do what I love to do in this great league and this great organization with the people that we have, the coaching staff that we have, the players and support staff that we have. So I just come and try to embrace that opportunity each and every day and try to contribute as much as I can.
Jason, in your conversation when you met with Bill in Nantucket, can you share anything that you brought out here for your team that in your conversation with him?
No. We talk a lot of football. We talk a lot about other things, and he's become a friend, and really enjoy our time together. But I don't think that's appropriate to share those conversations here in this forum. But I really appreciate the friendship and the relationship that we have.
What's your reaction to hearing that Zeke is in Cabo now? maybe working out and doing things there?
Yeah, no real reaction to that. We're focused on the guys that we have here and what we need to do to be better every day. You know, what I know about Zeke is Zeke loves football. Zeke works very hard at playing football. He's competitive. He's passionate. He's had a big impact on our team over the course of the last 3 years. So, you know, we trust him as a player. We trust him as a person. And we'd love to get him back here as soon as he can. And we trust that he's going to be ready to go.
Thank you.
All right. Good to see you guys.